Hey everyone, back again. I'm not going to quit on you guys. Today I want to talk a little bit about a few things, and I'm going to show you something that I'm wanting to get started at the first of the year. And I know I talked about, resolutions, and I don't like resolutions because resolutions fail. Sometimes they fail. We look at one goal and one goal only, and we don't look at the whole life part of it, of what we're doing. So with what I'm going to show you, it's going to be something that you can start at the beginning of the year. And the only reason why I'm doing this is, like I had talked to you guys about before, to be graceful with yourself and don't be so hard on yourself. So with the holidays coming up and all, a lot of us are new to this, to watching what we're eating, watching what we're doing, and I want you to be successful. With the holidays coming up, you're going to be around family. There's a lot of good food that you're going to see. And I'm not saying go ahead, indulge, and do whatever you want. Have some control, which is really good. And it'll make you feel good at the end of the day and when the holidays are over. But I don't want you to deprive yourself either of having a good time and being with your family. But before I show you what I have for you, I myself, I've been walking every day, trying to be active. It's been a bit of a challenge because of scheduling. I've got 2 grandbabies that I have with me, and trying to manage that. And one wants to go, the other one doesn't. But at the end of the day, it's what grandma wants. So one thing that I was looking at and going into this and into this life change, I was thinking about vulnerability. And Webster's Dictionary, if you look at it, it says the definition of being vulnerable, it's the quality of being exposed to the possibility of being harmed either physically or emotionally. And going into this, you're going to go into this life change, and you're going to have people that are going to look at you and they might say, there she goes again, another diet. Or you're going to have people that are going to tell you, oh, you're going to fail, it's not going to happen, is this your New Year's resolution? No. And a lot of times the best thing to say is nothing. This is your life. This is your thing. This is something that you're going to take hold of, and you're going to make the changes for your life and just go along with it. Like that, if maybe you do somewhere, you might eat a cookie or whatever it might be, so that people aren't pointing fingers at you. And if they do, so what? Like I said, it's your journey. So a lot of times with vulnerability, for me doing these videos, I'm exposing myself. I'm being very vulnerable. If you talk to my sisters, family, friends, they'll tell you I do not like pictures of myself at the state that I'm in. I was very condemning of myself and letting this be who I am. But I'm more than this. It's what's inside. It's the person that I am. And my good friend Sharon will tell you, when we used to do boot camp together, she was out there taking pictures of everybody, and she's getting all these great shots at different angles. And I'd go through Facebook and I'd be like, oh my gosh. So I went into Facebook and I changed it to where nobody could post anything of me without my permission. And I kept telling her, you got to take this picture down, take that picture down. And finally she said, I'm just not going to put any pictures up of you. So that was my solution. But, a lot of times, what do we do so that we're not vulnerable? We cover ourselves up. A lot of people, to avoid vulnerability, they'll choose drugs. They will choose, sometimes it's sex. People can be very promiscuous. And that might sound vulnerable, but it's really not, because they're hiding the true emotions of how they really feel. And through that, they feel that they can hide a part of themselves. Some people shop. Some people are aggressive and angry because they don't want anyone to see their true selves. But we're going to work through this. We're going to work through this throughout the year, throughout your time with me. And as we go along through this, some of you know that my business is called Living Audaciously. To live audaciously is to be brave, to step out and not be afraid. And for me, being afraid is not standing at the ledge and, standing there and like, oh, am I going to do it? Being afraid is not going for that job and putting the application. To me, fear is never even stepping to that ledge, is never even going for that job. So those are the things that, you know, I'm trying to present to you and show you what fear is and what it isn't and what being vulnerable is. So right now I'm going to show you a certain way that I would like to bring into the new year. And what this is going to do, it's going to bring your eating and the way you're conducting yourself daily, and it's going to bring it to your consciousness, and so that you don't eat subconsciously. Okay, so what I've been taught in the past is that write down what you eat, and for a while that worked for me, and I bought this whiteboard, and this whiteboard is what I used to use. I used to put everything up that I was eating, and honestly I didn't put everything, because I'd write a few things down and I wouldn't complete it. I'd just get busy, or I'd forget, or what have you. So my solution is, I'm going to take this down. I went out and I bought a few things. Let's see here. I bought some poster board and I cut them up. If you put it the long ways, I cut it up in threes, and then each of those three parts, I cut them in half. So I don't have a full poster board, but I'll show you the three. They're like this, is what I was doing. And then I would cut them in half, and I would end up with this. Okay? Oh, baby's rolled on the back of that. With that. Went out, got some binder clips. These things here. Those are great to use. And all of this was really cheap. I went to the 99 and just bought everything there. It was maybe about $7, if even that. So what I did was I got one for each day. Okay? Excuse me. And again, this is going to bring things to your consciousness of what you're doing daily. Let me show you. So I'm going to put one here. Find a space in your house somewhere that you can make yours. Tell everybody else it's off limits. Tell the kids it's off limits. And this is for you, okay? This is where we're going to practice some self-care. I'm going to put each day of the week up here. And again, this is a project that you're going to do at the beginning of the year. So when you do this, we're going to talk about a little bit about foods. And let me let you guys know right now, I am not a nutritionist. But again, I have lost at one point 80 pounds. I shared that with you. And I was very successful at doing that. And I wasn't starving myself. I wasn't doing anything crazy. It's funny because my daughter used to tell me, you don't eat enough. But then when I go to work, people would tell me, Veronica, how do you stay so thin? You're always eating. So we'll get more into that. We'll talk about food prepping as we get closer to the year. This is kind of just to build you up, to get you to that point. I want you to be excited about doing this. I want you to be excited about stepping into 2018 and making changes in your life for you. Make this year about you. As moms, as grandmothers, as wives, we give so much to our loved ones, and there's nothing wrong with that. But when it does become wrong is when you really start taking from yourself. You know, I was told, you know, when they say, oh, my cup is half empty or my cup is half full, however you look at it, your cup should always be full. The only time you can give from your cup is from your overflow. What's overflowing, that's what you give to other people. So if you're a mom or a grandma, wife, what have you, and you always feel depleted and you're always down and you feel like you go without a lot, you're taking from inside and you have no overflow, okay? So go into this with that in mind. So what you're going to do and like I said, it's going to give you enough time to get there, to get these things. Every day, I'll give you a date when we get up to that point. I'll give you our start date. You're going to have the clip like this. You're going to get some lined paper. Again, this is 99 cents for a full pack. See, I put the day on the bottom. And you're going to write down everything that you eat for that day, okay? At one point, I started doing that, and I would mindlessly eat in the beginning, even though I knew, like, I'm watching my weight, I'm doing what I'm doing, but I started mindlessly eating. So when I come back to the book that I was writing in, or the whiteboard, and I started writing down all the things that I was eating, towards midday, I'd be like, oh my gosh, it looks like I ate enough for today and tomorrow, and that's never good. So we know that, and it'll help us to see where we're failing and what's going on. So don't think that you have to be perfect in doing this. Don't think that you know, you're going to be on this perfect diet, or this that it's going to be all like that. If you do that, and if you make it, great for you. I mean, you know, you're way ahead of me. So anyways, that's something that I wanted to share with you. And again, I want to encourage you, get out there, go take a walk. It doesn't have to be anything spectacular, crazy. Like I said, I put on the weight again. Don't feel good about myself physically. Inside, I'm feeling better and better. A lot of times when I do these videos, I'll stop and then I'll think, oh my gosh, I want to get back on and have more to say. You know, it's getting easier for me, and I love it. I love that I can help other people. I'm getting feedback, you know, like I said before, from women saying this is helping me. My aunt, she messaged me, and she ended up calling me and telling me that it was something that was working for her. Let's see, some things that can help you. I want you to get up earlier. If you need something more than these videos, if you need some one-on-one coaching, whether it's life skills, getting through things, experience is your best teacher, right? So I've been through a lot. I like to open myself up to you and show you a little bit about myself and my life, so that you know me better on a different level. And I want to show you something real quick. This board over here is what I used to have in my office, and it's got some positive things on it. At one point, I was working with a woman that she was a nutritionist, and I met her through Facebook. Amazing lady. She helped me a lot with trying to, you know, get back on track. And I kept talking about what was going on, where I came from as far as my fitness journey. And she said, Veronica, quit looking backwards and look ahead. And I totally agree with that. But I do keep this picture up, and there I am in the striped shirt and workout clothes, and with my friend Pam and Tanisha there, and Pam's friend. The reason why I keep that up is because at that point in my life, I was doing so well. I was doing so good. I felt good. I was in my late 40s at that point. But I was happy. I was moving. I was active. This morning, I got up, put my yoga mat out. I'm not a yoga buff. And I have an app. It's called Active. And Active is like having a personal trainer with you. I encourage you guys to get it and do it. I did a stretch class. It was 27 minutes. I felt great. I was like doing certain movements and body movements, and just feeling muscles that I haven't felt in a long time. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. If there's something you want to talk about as a woman, something more that you want to dig deeper, message me. You know, for those of you that have my number, give me a call. Message me through Facebook, email me, you know, and let me know what you want to talk about. What as a woman that you want to see change in your life. And if I can help you, I will. And again, friend people on Facebook that you see that are you know, mentioning, commenting on this video. And as women, we should be banding together and just encouraging each other. For too many years, women held each other down. Now we got to lift each other up. Okay, so with that being said, have a great evening, and I'll see you next time. And keep on living audaciously. Thank you.